Yeah, part two, man. I'm back. But like I was saying about Angel Reese, it's concretejeansmedia.com, by the way. Follow me on all platforms. Twitter at sauce, SAUC_MACKENZIE. I get all the follows, man. I promote the ideas. They might not acknowledge it, but they see it. I ain't tripping. You see this shit, man. The brown on brown, the tan. San Diego Padres. Shout out Tony Gwynn, man. You know what I'm saying? Fly shit. Ray Charles can see it. I know you see it. Just stop playing. Let's talk back to this Kaitlyn Clark, Angel Reese. This is the most powerful racial dynamic, most intense, in my opinion. Now, there have been several that have gotten more nastier. Like I said, Obama, Trump. I think you and Georgetown, a lot more and got nastier. Rodney King, obviously. But just from a power, don't confuse power with activity or the cause. So a lot of y'all will say, what is he talking about, OJ, Rodney King? I'm talking about powerful dynamic. Think Magic Bird, if you were alive, old enough to witness that. If not, watch the Magic Birds episodes and watch how Bird was portrayed, Magic was portrayed, so on. Watch those. Same powerful racial dynamic. But what's so crazy is that with this dynamic, you got so many people all over the place with different arguments. You got people who, just like Kaitlyn Clark, because she can hoop. Like, man, shorty nice. That's all it is. Shorty nice. Ain't no agendas, ain't no none. Shorty nice. I like how she play. I like the three. I like her vision. It's dudes that like that. Black dudes that just like her game. And I fall into that category. And at first I was, come on, I'm from Gary. I'm thinking, oh, she overhyped. But the one thing I think about Indiana is that you understand that most white girls, especially girls, like most of the time, and stay tuned for my active and sister soldiers because I got stuff for y'all. But most white girls, from when you from Indiana, you understand, okay, if she could play, she could play. Like, you from Indiana, if you play, you can play. Wherever you go play from Indiana, somebody gonna be like, oh, he good. I don't care what level you go to. I don't care, like, any of that. I don't care about none of that. If you from Indiana, you gonna go to California, Las Vegas, New York, DC, NC, motherfucker gonna be like, oh, he nice. Even if you was just me here, you gonna know enough basketball to be nice. And so you deal with the race thing early on, and race is always in the room. But I think being from Indiana, you kind of understand, like, white people can hoop. You know what I mean? So it's not as much of a, like, he white, he got to prove it. Like, if you white and you seeing it against, even if you could see some white dudes with all white dudes, you can know, okay, he only good around playing with 5 other white dudes. And then you can see some white dudes be like, hey, bro, they having to open a run at such and such. You need to come up there. It's just different type of white people. And so my thing has always been like, I could watch somebody white and feel like they there because they white or like they can hoop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I grew up watching Larry Bird. Larry Bird could hoop. You know what I'm saying? I used to watch films of Pistol Pete. Pistol Pete could hoop. You know what I'm saying? So I knew it was a difference between, say, Eric Montrose and Larry Bird. You know what I'm saying? Like, you recognize that difference. You recognize the difference between, like, Detlef Shrimp and Tyler Hansborough. Like, you instantly recognize the difference from Chris Mullin and John Concack. Like, when you grow up in certain areas and sometimes the only thing that brought y'all together was basketball, you really learn to respect the acumen of white races. That just like white people respect black people differently from Indiana. If you find a white coach and you be like, oh, he's from Indiana, they're going to assume he's smart, even if he's black. You know what I'm saying? So that works both ways. But I say that to say that when I saw Kaitlyn Clark play, I didn't feel like she was a privileged baby. I felt like she could really play. Like, the confidence to take those type of shots and make them, and to shoot them when you're not making them, and the vision to get the assist, I was like, okay, she could really play. So, and I want to hate on your motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a nigga, I'm gonna look at everything about you. Like, I'm hoping I can say you ain't shit. But I just never felt like, oh man, she good, she only scoring, or she getting privileged because she white, or she only being liked because she white. Now, a lot of y'all don't know, like, there are a lot of white people in the country. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever been to Utah, Idaho, Oregon, New Hampshire, Vermont, nigga, Maine, North Dakota, South Dakota, sprinkle in a few Native Americans. Nigga, you ever been to rural Washington, Montana, rural Denver, rural, well, not Texas, South, Texas got niggas everywhere. You ever been to rural Arkansas, nigga? Arkansas got some niggas everywhere a little bit, but still. West Virginia? Come on, bro. So, I don't think people understand. And then not only that, you got the whites that like sports that's forced to only root for people that don't look like them. So if you from Chicago, yeah, you a Jordan fan, but damn, you wouldn't have minded having Luka. To me, this is a common sense discussion, not an emotional discussion. You know what I mean? I think when we talk race, we talk emotion. And it's natural. You see a white athlete getting praised, it's a million niggas could have did that. You're right. But if you white, you like, damn. I done watched 377 American niggas get drafted. Look at Tyler Hero. I mean, it is what it is. Like, if those conversations make you uncomfortable, you got to really look at how you was taught to view the world and the relationships you was allowed to have. I think we got to be honest about that. Like, and now you got to allow the element, because I remember when I was young and you go in the barbershop when I was a little kid, and motherfuckers like, oh, Larry Bird, that white boy ain't shit. He just, and it was always a couple of niggas said, nah, that white boy can play, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I'm with you. You know, maybe motherfucking such and such, play for such and such. I'm with you. He's a white hire. But that motherfucking Larry Bird can play. And so you dealt with that and you saw that, you learned that. But I think even more now, we got more brothers who ain't even scared to admit, hey, like, Kaitlyn Clark can play. So now you factor into that you do have a disproportionate number of black men due to social media and training and constant 40, 50 years of degradation of the African-American woman. They don't hold no black woman in high esteem. So, of course, if they got a history on their timeline supporting everything white, and they come out supporting Kaitlyn Clark, or maybe they biracial and they got a white mom, they gonna get the heat for supporting Kaitlyn Clark. Kaitlyn Clark. It just is what it is. And some of them should get heat because it's coming from a place of self-hate, jealousy, and that's a whole nother topic. But some of them just observing it for the same point I am. See, I feel like me, for being as black as I am my whole life, at any point in my life, and still having a group of friends of all nationalities, I can get away with saying Kaitlyn Clark is nice. I can. I got a black wife, black family, chocolate kids, chocolate grandparents, chocolate grandkids. It's not going to stop. So I can get away with saying Kaitlyn Clark is nice. But somebody with a white mom, or say the dude that's only dated white girls, he could have the same intentions as me, but somebody gonna unfairly say, "Oh man, you Uncle Tom ass nigga, Uncle Ruckus," or everybody got the meme with the nigga Stephen. What's the nigga name from Django? With the headlock, they didn't put Kaitlyn Clark face on it. That's wild. Now we go to Angel Reese. When I saw Angel Reese, I got excited because her personality was never going to be able to be silenced. We teach superior black athletes so hard to be humble. But even when I had heard her name when she was in Maryland, she always played aggressive, long, dominated the boards. She always gave me a Dennis Rodman, Michael Cage kind of feel with her game to dominate the skill of rebounding. And then I got good relationships in the Baltimore area, so I follow a lot of Baltimore players. See how they come out, see how they do, girls, boys, kind of compare them to Indiana players I think are similar, kind of the same style of players, and see how their careers go. And I always liked her. But when she did this shit right here and did this, I was like, yeah, she the one. She the golden child. Now, same reason made you love me for saying why I like Kaitlyn Clark is gonna make you uncomfortable. Cause now I'm just on some nigga shit. See how they go? See how your perception changes about me the way I explain things. I just eloquently stated why Kaitlyn Clark should be respected. But now I'm telling you why Angel Reese is respected. Because a lot of times, black people can't be themselves. We're viewed as loud. We're viewed as angry. We're viewed as not being able to control our temper. We're viewed as barbaric, as animals. But if you go to any Kentucky Derby party, Indianapolis 500 party, any NASCAR party, go to Buffalo Bills pregame. Go to a frat party, go to a club in a rural community, and you're going to see the same behaviors that they call black people savage for. When those behaviors are controlled by other things that don't have nothing to do with race. So when we see Angel Reese, cocky, confident, finding her place as a black woman in this cold-ass world, how can you not embrace that as a black man? How can you not root for her, for all the black women that we didn't get to root for? You know? How can you not see that and say, man, she would have been in the trenches? See, when I view black women, black people for that matter, but definitely black women, because obviously heterosexual shit, I always viewed it like any black person though, really. I always ask myself, if we were slaves and I was running with this motherfucker tail. That's how I view your character in 2024. Like, I'm sorry. If me and this motherfucker got in trouble at school, I did some shit. Say we both was doing some shit. Say we both was trying to set the building on fire. No offense, big dog. We passed that. But this is just an example happened to me. Say we both trying to set the building on fire. But I'm the one to actually get the building on fire, right? Are you going to be like, now we already passed the motherfucker that's going to tell on me. This level 2. Now we like, when they get in there, are you going to be like, shit, we both was doing it, but John Match burnt that bitch. It's cool. and view you like that. Or you gonna be a motherfucker like, she gonna ride, bro. She cutting throats to help us get out of here. And that's what we see in Angel Reese. And you not gonna relate to this if you not black. And you not gonna relate to this if you ain't a certain level of black. I'm sorry. But I didn't make this for you or your sensitivities. Just like I didn't praise Kaitlyn Clark for the sensitivities of the people that's hearing me now. And for the people that understand both, God bless you. But Angel Reese is a hero to most African Americans. You ask most dudes with a black mom and a black wife, they're going to salute Angel Reese. They appreciate her. Black sister, black kid, daughter, they're going to appreciate her. Ask anybody from a predominantly black community that was affected with the real inner city struggles of Baltimore, Atlanta, Gary, Indiana, Detroit, Brooklyn, Chicago, LA, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, you know what I mean? Baltimore, DC. All them places love Angel Reese. So just like I said, they got states where it's a lot of white people. You got cities where it's a lot of black people. It's a lot of black people in Mississippi. It's a lot of black people in South Carolina, North Carolina, Louisiana, the boot. And they love Angel Reese. It's a lot of Barbies in Southside Chicago, Westside Chicago, Gary, Indiana, Detroit, Michigan. It's a lot of Barbies, Cleveland, Ohio, Baltimore. Think about it. DC. So she gonna be loved. And her defiance is gonna be appreciated because she kicking down doors that wouldn't be reserved for her if she wasn't confident. Quiet black girl don't get all that. Squeaky wheel get the grease. And that's why we love Angel Reese. Now, speaking of frustrations, some of my sources told me personally that I knew it was going to be very scripted with the media coverage of Kaitlyn Clark, then Angel Reese, then Cameron Brink, then Jackson. If you notice, those girls get more coverage basically than Aja Wilson, like 7th, 8th. Tarasi, the white lady shot it out with Curry. All them get a little more attention than Aja Wilson. Even though they came out with the shoe stuff, but I'm talking about day-to-day life, Aja Wilson don't get her props. So this was all scripted. And it was also scripted because the league is trying to get you to a more, I won't say sexualized, but they want to feminize the game, make it more heterosexual appearancing, if that's a word. Like, if you notice, even a lot of the manly girls, they wearing wigs and lipstick and shit and dresses. Because they tell them the camera's going to be on the runway. You see what I'm saying? The post game, we're going to be checking y'all out. You know what I'm saying? Get on IG, get on this. You know what I mean? Get them endorsements. Like, that's what's bringing a lot of male attention to the game. A lot of dudes are like, hoop like the game. But, again, we being honest here. Like, a lot of heterosexual men don't like seeing a lot of lesbian women play basketball. A couple. But once it's 7, 8 out of 10, most men gonna turn the TV. I'm sorry. Now, that's not discriminatory. I mean, I'm just telling you the preferences of the people. Especially both communities, but I think to make up for white males, heterosexual males not want to watch it, you have a large, lesbian white population to make up for the numbers. If you ever been to a WNBA game, you will see the demographics literally in your face. It'll be LGBTQ1, then be white LGBTQ, then it'll be black LGBTQ, then it's usually white and black males about even, and then depending on where you at, you got Hispanic. So I think that's why the number is balanced. You still got a large amount of black lesbian women that attend the game too, but a lot of men, they don't like seeing a lot of masculine women play basketball. And that's not like a knock on anybody's sexuality or the way anybody carries themselves or how they identify as a gender. This ain't my conversation. That ain't my conversation, but this is. So if you want to know why the league pushed a lot of, if you notice, even if you saw, I saw the Sparks, 4 of the Sparks players on Jennifer Hudson, homie, Chi-Town. They were all feminine, short skirts, makeup, wigs, dolled up. 3 years ago, a couple of them niggas came on that motherfucker looking like YK Osiris. Motherfucking, like they was in motherfucking the episode of Power with Tariq or something. You know what I'm saying? Leather jacket, looking like Gunner or some shit. Like they would have tried to dress like a dude. You know what I'm saying? Like that just would have been. And so anybody tell me I'm lying is not being honest about themselves. So that right there lets me know my sources, which are always accurate, was true. It's very important for the WNBA to push a lot of heterosexual women to the forefront to get more attention from males. Men spend money. So women spend money too. But after a certain while, women have spent a lot of money. Ain't nothing you could do. Males spend money. So male attention to WNBA means different advertisers that can come in the game. And while we talking about different advertisers again, I want to tell y'all about a couple of things. A lot of y'all ask me how my skin looks so good, man. You know, an older man. This is Neater Gold. This is the Ash Fighter 3000. Look them up on neatergold.com, man. It's some of my skin secrets, man. I feel like being married to you heathens. This is a black-owned company, by the way. They produce all type of hair products, natural products too, vegan products, skincare. Sometimes, man, the reason you breaking out because that shit you put on your face got pork in it. Coming from the middle of motherfucking Singapore or some shit. Bro, put as much money in your hygiene as you do in your hookah, man. You know what I mean? I know you ain't around here using $2 soap, dollar body wash, and you going to the hookah bar. Buying shots of Julio. And you out here using Irish Spring from Dollar Tree. That's why your life fucked up. What? Now, I like the fact Kaitlyn Clark talk her shit. I really do. Like, I mean, I do. Same reason I like to read Angel Reese talk hers. Kaitlyn back her shit up. You know, when Angel did this shit right here, you know, most motherfuckers be like, man, get the fuck out of my face, I beat your ass. She took that shit. So I think what we have here is such a ignition of emotions from so many different particles of people who got their own agendas. You got the white people who've been waiting to call Angel Reese a nigga. You got the niggas who've been waiting to call Kaitlyn Clark overrated. You got the niggas who call Kaitlyn Clark Uncle Tom. You got the white people that like Angel Reese getting called all type of shit. You got ex-players that's mad that AJ Wilson or the league is getting ignored, that the league's been good with or without her. You got players mad that the news and media is claiming that she's responsible for so many things. Talking about a 2-18, right? You got people questioning, and this is from one of my sources, if her teammates like her. That's the one that's tricky for me. I feel Matt Barnes, you know, I don't expect these chicks to be Cleo and set it off, but somebody could have pushed her. You know what I'm saying? Now, Boston I'm not saying she's not tough, but she's just not what's happening personality. But you did go to South Carolina. You've been in some shit. I think if that was somebody else, like if Angel Reese, or I don't know. Because Angel Reese got flipped too. But that motherfucker that flipped her a little rough looking, so niggas probably was just like, I ain't fucking with Debo, nigga. But I think with Kaitlyn Clark is different. If you got everybody saying, and that's what I liked about the Celtics, even with Duke, JJ Redick, like Patriots, Tom Brady, okay, yeah, he white, but we winning with this motherfucker. So if you fuck with him, you gotta fuck with me. Like Eminem fans, nigga. He white, nigga, we winning with this nigga. So it's been things on both sides that's been keeping it. I don't know why my airplane keep cracking. That's been keeping the situation going. So Kaitlyn Clark fans have been very disrespectful to Angel Reese. Her brother be liking a lot of racist, semi-racist ass tweets. Her boyfriend be liking a lot of bullshit. And she gets chippy. She talks a lot. So for all you Kaitlyn Clark sympathizers and all you feel like the league should make it easy for her, you sound idiotic. That's disrespectful to a lot of the players too. That was the main response I got from a lot of the WNBA ladies. Like, how the fuck they think we supposed to get out here and play for pennies and then let her motherfucking ass just hoop to be good so they can really say she the greatest? Man, fuck that. We don't care if nobody watch. Because it's disrespectful to a pure hooper. It's female pure hoopers too, nigga. That's hooping for the love and the honor of the game. It's too many pure hoopers to say, man, let her get 30. What? Nigga, over my dead body. And unless you black or a competitor, you're not going to understand that. I think that's retarded. I think with Angel Reese, a lot of his frustration, she knows what she means to the black community, but what she got to understand is what you mean to the black community, you may or may not mean to the rest of America. Because you got a direct, what they call that shit? Whatever. You got somebody competing with you directly. I think if it wasn't a Kaitlyn Clark and you just did that shit on some fly shit, you would be the celebrity that I think you should be. Like, because you just adorable in the same vein like the world love Rihanna and Nicki Minaj. I think it's totally possible. You got the aesthetic. You're a beautiful young girl, so I think that could work. But I just think the fact that you went against her, you will never get the universal love that you think you should. You're going to get a few people of the graph that love both. Then you're going to get a large graph that love her, and then you're going to get a large graph that only love you. And I think the sneak dissing did intensify. I think when it first happened, the blowback Angel Reese got was disrespectful. So of course you're going to react different. You know what I'm saying? Feel like somebody playing with you, somebody trying you. So you're going to react different. But I think her winning one, no girl not winning one, this TV pissing me off. But I think that's what separated. So I'm interested to see how it go. Pat McAfee, a wild boy. No black man. I don't care what y'all say about Stephen A. Smith. If Stephen A. Smith would have got on ESPN and called Kaitlyn Clark a white bitch, that nigga would be working in motherfucking Jonesboro, Georgia, nigga. Clayton County, nigga, on a college radio station. It's not happening. So that's the part of America that if y'all don't acknowledge that, y'all gonna have a problem. Same thing with Trump. If Obama had got guilty of 34 charges, and y'all be ready to send that nigga to Ecuador, nigga, with a noose around his neck. And I'm not even talking politics, because who I voted for would surprise you. But I will say that if Barack Obama, even Tim Scott, even the nigga that's going for the Trump shit, if he would have got caught with 34 charges, man, that nigga be on South Carolina maximum security today. That nigga have a EIN number. Inmate number, nigga. IN number, nigga. So let's not play stupid. Got a few points. Stop babying Kaitlyn Clark. Let her get it how she got it. Let Michael Jordan get it how he got in the weight room. She got to get in the weight room. Ain't nobody giving her shit until one of her teammates start protecting her and fouling somebody back. That's the way you gonna learn, baby girl. Let her cook, man. Fuck all that sensitivity shit. I know she getting abused. Michelle Swoops got abused. Candace Parker got abused. Y'all ain't say shit. Chanel Quindy K. Is that how I say your name, baby? She got abused. You know? And one last thing, I feel like no matter how you feel about it, agree with it, Black women got a right to be upset about the savior complex. The entire time, this league was built off the backs of Black women. Cheryl Swoops, Tina Thompson, you know, Don Staley. Like, it really was. So I always appreciate and understand Black women's ability to want to get upset sometimes. Like, y'all, like, we the foundation. Like, now she the stripes on the highway, and now y'all saying she's the greatest thing in the world. You're never gonna understand it if you don't know Black women. Dude, excuse me, I should. So stop trying. I'm just letting you know where they coming from. That's all I ever been around. That's all I ever dealt with. So I know how they move, how they think, how they feel. Yeah. And some ways they fucked up. They got a right to be fucked up. They been through some shit. And then they been having our back through some shit. So I'm not one of them bash Black women niggas. Never will be. I hope it all works out. Hope the media can stop selling for clicks and keep this energy, you know, and profile the Las Vegas Aces. But I do want to wonder why the fever in place for me games. That's a little weird. Y'all pimping the shit out that horse. See, if y'all was smart, y'all should have gave her at 1 game a week for about 3 weeks. Let her get some of that rust off. Same with Angel. Anybody went deep, Cordoso, like let them get a little rust off and then bring them back. Like 3 weeks, just starting her now. They play like 5 games. She be ready. Y'all done burnt her out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all done burnt her out. I'm gonna give you few of my top players, just so people know I've been watching this shit. I got Aja Wilson. Obviously, she the shit. I got Cheryl Swoops, Tina Thompson. Bless your heart, Tina Thompson, wherever you are. Bless your makeup artist. I got Tina Thompson. Again. Allison Feaster. No, I'm just playing. Jackie Young. Stephanie White. Neil Ivey. Don Staley. And then shout out to two GI legends. Danielle McCulley. Y'all know the vibes, man. And then Dana Evans, West Side graduate, man, blue and orange. Y'all know what it is. So those are my top women hoopers. Got a few more, but that's just off the top. The entire Louisiana Tech teams in the late 80s with the shorts and the Jerry curls. I love all of y'all. I saw the vision. Y'all was fine. I was a little boy. I was figuring it out, but y'all helped me. Ain't no crazy shit. All right, man. We got to talk about Diddy, man. Puff Daddy a grimy ass nigga, man. You know? I feel like he had something to do with Big. I always felt like that. I always felt like the nigga was jealous of Big. I always felt like the nigga wanted to be a star. Like, I always felt like Suge said that shit for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you watch some shit on TV, you don't know these niggas. This nigga come on TV and say that, it's a reason. I always felt like the nigga wanted to be the center of attention. I feel like he threw that little tribute out there and then he really got on his solo shit. Then when I read the article came out about him, about the Rolling Stone shit, how he wanted to be on the cover instead of Big, it just verified everything I felt like. I just always felt like Suge didn't say that shit for nothing. Like when a nigga get on a national fucking award show and say, nigga, you don't want a motherfucking executive producer all in your videos, all in your records, dancing. That lets me know it's been some bad boy niggas like, hey, Puff, why don't you sit this out, man? What? Nigga, I'm Puff. I'm in the video, nigga. And that, to me, sums up his personality. I feel like he had a jealousy towards Big superstardom, Big's ability to get other artists around him. Big had a crew, Junior Mafia. I feel like Big had found Charlie Baltimore. I feel like Big was whole to a degree. You know what I mean? Same type of shit. It's just that Ho was blessed with a Dame. Big was cursed with a Puff. You know what I'm saying? Like, Dame had his fun, but he was a businessman. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when Dame was in videos, it was videos that was, all right, the crew gonna be in the video. Let's get this shot. I feel like when Puff was in the video, he's like, okay, nigga, I'm in this shot, nigga. Oh, you in a hot tub with hoes? I'm in a hot tub with hoes too, nigga. And I don't know. Now, you know, I want to be honest. All you motherfuckers, white, black, Mexican. Now, I'm not condoning that shit because that nigga's a savage. But 90% of y'all that had y'all Ike Turner moment. I don't care if you done shoved a woman up against the wall. I don't care if you choked her. I don't care if you wouldn't let her leave. You all done had flashes of that shit. Now, thank God that the majority of you niggas immediately be like, okay, I gotta get the fuck away from you, shorty. See, this is a real conversation about violence in relationships. I've been hit by a car by a motherfucking chick. It goes both ways. But as men, if you had passionate relationships, you've had physical relationships. The key is knowing that, like, when somebody brings that out of you, is knowing that this ain't the person for you. That's what separates the intelligence from the idiots. Like, motherfucker pissed me off. We finna fight. You know what, bitch? I gotta get the fuck away from you. Don't call me. No, I'm sorry, man. I ain't want to do it again. No, don't call me. You made me lose my temper, bitch. Get the fuck away from me. Like, that's the kind of attitude you gotta have. Now, with that being said, that nigga's a sick bastard, bro. To chase a motherfucker down a hotel hallway with a towel on, bro, you've been on your Ike Turner shit for many moons, cuz. Since you was in high school, nigga, you probably hit your first bitch in the 7th grade, nigga. Like, you a sick bastard. Like, it's a difference between a nigga that then fought his woman and a nigga that beat the shit out of his woman. Like, I wouldn't even want no woman. I wouldn't even want the karma, first of all, of knowing that I've beaten a motherfucking broad like Joe Louis. Like, because if my cousins or niece called me and said, nigga put a 3-piece on her, we gonna get that nigga up out of here. I'm gonna drop about 12 PlayStation 5s in a very high, in a zip code with a very high crime rate. And the first person get 3 of them, get the rest of them. But you getting the fuck out of here. PlayStation, what is it? PlayStation? Yeah, 5. Not 6. When the 6s come out, you better not put your motherfucking hands on my cousin, nigga. But yeah, I'm gonna drop PlayStation 5 on your ass, bro. So, for you to walk around with the confidence of knowing that you punching broads in the face, you a sick dude, B. Like, most niggas, if they lose their temper that bad, they moving somewhere else far away because they ashamed. Like, most men that got monster in them never want the monster to come out around other men either. That's why the quiet nigga is the dangerous nigga. But especially around women. You can see some women there and see a nigga, your enemy. And that nigga pulled a strap on me, nigga, at the car wash. Man, this motherfucking bras in here, nigga. She pregnant, nigga. You know, there's a couple other chicks, and we out of here. You know what I'm saying? Or your girl, bitch, throw something at your head. You lying motherfucker, you was out all night. No, bitch, I'm gonna get out here out 3 days. I'm gonna get in there. When you call me back, I'm gonna see you gonna be so humble. We gonna talk. For now, I gotta get the fuck away from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what being a man is. Like, men get in toxic ass relationships. We've all been in them. So sometimes toxic relationships, motherfuckers get violent, but the way you punched on that girl, nigga, that shit crazy. And they say you was a freak, nigga. Like, worse, just as bad as a punching to me is like, nigga, you hiring niggas to pound your broad, nigga. Man, what kind of sick ass nigga I been playing, nigga? All that I need a girl part 2 and shit, nigga. I ain't bumping that shit no more, nigga. You worse than R. Kelly. Well, you just as bad, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit just as bad, nigga. Like, bro, you telling your bro, like, hey, look, I'm finna hire a nigga. 8 niggas from Ecuador. Nigga, you a sicko, nigga. I respect you, nigga. I'm gonna watch that shit, nigga, and then go catch a motherfucking masturbation charge, nigga, like I'm in the penitentiary. Bro, you a weirdo, nigga. You jumping on records hollering, take that, nigga. Hugging on Justin Bieber and shit, nigga. Nigga, I never listen to All About the Benjamins. Nigga, I edit that shit without your verse, nigga. Cause big shit was hard. But nigga, we can just start that shit after you start rapping, nigga. I'm disgusted in that shit, bro. You know? And the fact, nigga, you always did some weird shit. Let me know you was a weirdo. Cause when that shit popped off, you know, I was sitting down, so I was just watching the Death Row shit from like, I was watching that from like the perspective of a nigga like, I'm gonna process this shit as much as I can. I had a couple LA niggas sitting down with me, so I was getting the real juice. Had some New York niggas, some real radical New York niggas, so I was getting the real juice. So I was still getting it, and I had already made my mind up like, man, should really telling these niggas the truth, you know what I'm saying? And it just all came to light. I started watching the Gene Deal shit. Like, if you know old niggas, like Gene Deal remind you of one of them old niggas that's gonna get to talking, and you know that nigga telling the truth. So I started watching Gene Deal, and it just all kind of came to how I envisioned that nigga was. Like, you looking at nigga eyes, beady-eyed nigga, like you could tell he wanted to be the flyest nigga in the room at all costs. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, a lot of people say, man, they tearing another black man down. Nigga, you ran out the room with a towel on and beat up a bitch. You beat a bitch so bad, you had to give her $30 million, nigga. Nigga, I put 30,000 on 300,000, 30,000 on the table, and ain't a woman live say she got treated bad enough if she deserved any of that shit. Like, come on, bro, you Diddy, you got all the money. Now, man, you blowing up niggas' cars and shit, bro. You blew up Kid Cudi car and that nigga wore a dress, nigga. Like, how much strung out is you to be like, man, nigga, look, man, if a nigga wearing a dress pulling my bra, nigga, bro, y'all get the fuck on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I wouldn't even, nigga, y'all get the fuck on, shorty. Like, nigga, you cross-dress and you pull my, man, y'all, nigga, good luck. Where do I sign, nigga? Take this bitch, nigga. Cause y'all both weird. And you blew this nigga car up on some gangster shit? You crazy, cuz. I ain't gonna even lie, Diddy. You a motherfucker, man. That's why Craig Mack, nigga, in that interview, Craig Mack was like, this nigga on some fuck shit. Craig Mack was really trying to talk to your motherfucker, man. That nigga was squinting and shit. Like, this nigga really on some fuck shit. Niggas seen it, but they ain't really see it, Craig Mack. We sorry, we owe you an apology. Big, too. Like, Big was kind of telling you, like, man, this nigga flawed. I'm finna get out of my island with this nigga. And you took this nigga to LA, dog. Pac didn't get killed in New York, nigga. You know. Had to hit him up, nigga. You couldn't have paid shit to take Pac to New York, nigga. That's one thing about a Cali nigga. They gonna be like, oh, nah, man. We'll see them niggas when we see them. Nigga, You took that nigga to LA, nigga, to promote an album that was gonna sell millions. Just to be in LA, nigga, cause your ego put you in LA, nigga. You a grimy ass nigga. You know? I done been around some grimy ass niggas. I done been a grimy ass nigga. You a grimy ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, you did that shit for your own benefit, nigga. And whoever don't like you, fuck it, nigga. Get on a plane, nigga. We'll talk about it, nigga. You know, I'm a hip-hop head, nigga. I was born in 73, nigga, so I live and die this shit, nigga. NWA, nigga, Ron C, trendsetter type shit, nigga. Rodney O and Joe Cooley. Nigga, you let us down, man. You know, you let yourself down. But you let us down. You was a mogul. Everybody that had some Sean John, nigga. It ain't a nigga alive, nigga, that ain't had no Sean John. So you let us down, man. You got an icon took unnecessarily. You know, niggas was already hurt from Pop, especially all the neutral niggas. You took this nigga to LA. Like, I remember watching somebody was like, man, this nigga was in. I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga doing in California? Then they showed the freestyle this nigga had at the radio station. You didn't love that nigga, bro. Because if you loved the nigga, first off, nigga, we not going to LA, nigga. At 20-something, nah. Now 18, 19, you call your partner, hey, come to Miami, I'm having fun, y'all rob a nigga. Do 5 years, okay, y'all was 18. But 26, and you just, the most loved nigga in the history of hip-hop just died. Let me say that over. The most beloved figure in the history of hip-hop. In my opinion, the most beloved figure in music behind Michael Jackson. Tupac just died, and you like, you know what, let's go past Vegas, and let's go 250 miles south. Yeah, you hated that nigga, cuz. R.I.P. Big, man. You know, what you had to do what you had to do to make it. And the writing's on the wall for nigga like me, I see that shit. To me, just like the writing's on the wall for Drake fans. I like Drake. Made a couple of good songs I like. I don't have no beef with him. But I've always felt like what niggas think Kaitlyn Clark is, that's what I feel like Drake is. Like, I feel like he get a lot of props, get a lot of plugs because of associations. You know, I think he was good with the singing route. This is sponsored by. Look, check out my homeboy, man. So you say you from Naptown, he got the cars, man. So you say you from Gary, it's a great drinking game, man. Got a lot of questions, a lot of answers on it. My homeboy, Dwayne Grant, man. Hustler, ultimate hustler, G.I. Cat, man, my homie. Go to soyousay.com, man. Check it out. I got it on. I'm going to put it on my website, put the link available, man. You know, we in a big time collaborations, man. Contenders Clothing, man. Shout out Contenders Clothing, man. Blessed me when I got to Las Vegas. The relationships have lasted since the beginning of time, man. Just shows how I get out, man. Contenders Clothing. So you say the game cars, man. Got cars, other cities coming out, man. You know, I got Neither Gold Cosmetics, man. You know what I mean? Ash Fighter 3000, man. You want your skin to look good? Put some of this shit on, man. I'm 51, man. Gray hair's looking like I'm 34. You know what I'm saying? Anybody say I look my age, you liar. Go put a cookie back in the cookie jar, you son of a bitch. But anyway, man, like, I like Drake. Think he was cool with the pop shit. But all that, you know, we're gonna have 100 niggas standing outside. When he made Mob Ties, I'm like, that ain't it, yo. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, you trying too hard. You know what I mean? Now you sound like a mixed nigga trying to be hard. And that's just when it kind of went down here from there. And I know you in bed with some gangsters. That's cool. You know, everybody is, though. You know, I just think that you wanted that level of niggerism you didn't get from your childhood. And I think that's what led you to Kendrick Lamar. Some of the things you saying just being fucking shameful. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about how a nigga rap. Because if I don't like his rap, another nigga like his rap, it's rap. I'm not riding with you, nigga. I got my own car, so you play what you play, I play what I play. But the rapping like you trying to get the slave free shit, slaves free, the whip and chain you like American slaves. Like, to me, as a nigga, that's some shit show me you never understood the nigga experience. And you got so many people around you, so many fans and your entourage that don't have no idea what me a nigga means. And that's where you lose. Now, you're going to always have your fan base. You got the large amount of niggas that date white women. You got the biracial niggas, they going to ride with you. And then you got the niggas like me who really liked you, but you just can't say shit that you couldn't say in a room full of niggas. You know what I mean? Like, you couldn't be in a room full of dark-skinned real niggas and be like, this nigga rapping like he trying to get the slaves free. I'ma whip and chain you like American slaves. It just ain't gonna hit, nigga. If you was doing that shit at one of them Remy Ma shits, nigga, you get stole on, nigga. So, like, that's my beef with it. I think Kendrick is just a likable nigga. Everybody knows a Kendrick. I think his bars are intricate. I think his punchlines they sting. They always hit. I think Kendrick's records have an underappreciated longevity to them. And I just think that nigga baited you. I think you got too arrogant. So I think it's gonna always be a crowd of people that like your music, but you're never gonna be put with the greats like the nerds putting you with the greats. Like, niggas that had white principles all gonna say you the greatest. That's fine. But it's always gonna be an element of niggas that you need for your own self-satisfaction that I think you pissed off with some of your moves. This ain't a personal attack. I don't care who you date. I don't care what you do. Whatever. But I just think, and calling out Kendrick on the gang shit, like, I think that was a major, major L. Like, why would you bring up who really from a gang and you from Canada and they LA niggas? Like, one bit of advice to people, and it's not just for any LA, this goes for any city, but especially like cities like California. Stay out them niggas' business, man. Like, if them niggas on the internet arguing with each other, don't get in the comments. Like, don't pick a side. Like, don't diss a nigga because your favorite nigga from that. Because them niggas will go on your IG, nigga. Them niggas will pull up on you. And they thinking it's different. Like, what you see it as comical, they see it as real, like, life or death shit, because they so far away. Unless you've been there, you don't really understand how, like, they just got their own thing. So, like, I would never be like, oh, nigga, that's why that nigga a real something and you a real something else. And I ain't even from out there. That's like somebody that ain't from where we from saying, oh, man, that nigga real G and you ain't real this. How you know, nigga? I might be like, oh, nah, that nigga was getting to it with me, nigga. Who are you? And that's what you do when you put yourself in other regions' business. By that, you know who a real gangbanger my nigga is. Like, bad move, bad move. So, all is well. To me, best song out of the whole shit was Like That. You know, other than that, everything else was a mood. Everything else was good. It was some good shit in there. I got 5 things kind of pissed me off a little bit. Be right back.